Good end. Good end. Hi there. How are you doing, viewers? Very nice to see you. Love light shining. If you're still watching, it's been a while. Quite a while. Like a week or so. I don't know, maybe more. It's a long time in the flow, in the present moment. Miss Ray has left off to Phoenix, Arizona, and onwards to a campsite or wherever else. I'm unsure. She's woken her mind, and she is living her life, rising, coming present with herself, learning herself, sovereign, free, self-sustained, expressing everything honestly as it comes through from a place of sustainability within the self, from coming into center, into the ground of our awareness, coming into effortless flow, going through all kinds of trainings and releasing the training, remembering enlightened mind, that all is enlightened action, as is now. That the belief to go somewhere is a belief that we are not where we are. And so if you have known where you are, then you are still where you are, no matter where you are. And we are limitless consciousness. We are really amazing, and it's a effortless motion. It's easy and natural, like the cats, the dogs, the monkeys, any animal. They move with all of their body as one. It's kind of a simple motion. Everything with the breath. These teachings come from the understanding of unconditional love for all beings everywhere without one exception. The master key to the heart. To match this frequency is to match the frequency in which pervades all things. It loves itself unconditionally no matter what. It is a much simple form to explain in this way. There are ways to articulate in great forms and fashions what it means specifically with well-definition, how to come to the forgiveness and the gratitude that would align oneself with the understanding of unconditional love in this way. For every being everywhere without a singular exception. No exception. When we find that all is self, we will see that to banish even a tiny speck of it is to banish a tiny speck of ourself. But this is not possible, you see. What we are is forever. We are eternity. And every piece of ourself, being one being, is equal to every piece of ourself. It is the only way in which it is possible, actually. I wish to say to have balance, but it's the only way possible. We are balance. Only ourself to balance upon. And so balancing is kind of a funny thing. You could be balanced. You could think that you're not balanced. You could be balanced. And you would release yourself from the fight of life, the control, the effort, the motion in which causes you to bounce back and forth with rigidity from the walls of your own consciousness and the forming everything around us. So it's really amazing to be able to surrender deeper and much more clear, seeing where force is applied and just surrendering that force. Seeing where it is applied in all of life, with people, with conversation, with this, with that, with these videos, with anything. It was a beautiful learning and growth, really, really amazing. I really needed that time with Miss Ray Mifaso Latido, Caroline Coons, everyone, the most most amazing being in all the world, the greatest consciousness I've ever met and ever existed near. And what a great grace and benefit, what a deep, deep blessing and honor it is to be bestowed the great gift that was the meeting and experience of Miss Ray Mifasolati Do, my dearest loved one. A beautiful teaching on non-attachment, that you can have a full and beautiful experience. And there's a time for beings to part and grow. And when that time comes, it can be very difficult. Many tears and very hard, but also for the deep love of one another. Very easy in a way, because you value each other more than you value having one another. You value each other's freedom and sovereignty, each other's journey, who we are actually. When you value yourself this way, it's easy to value others this way. And it is easy to value yourself this way when you no longer have to balance upon ideas and stories of whom it is that you are. It was wonderful to see such a rising star come into who she was in such an amazing way, open her heart and have amazing, beautiful, transcendent opening ceremony, and be able to be centered and grounded and sustained, have her honesty come through and the wisdom of non-action pervade her being, and have her come into the great, amazing beauty of her ocean comedian, as she would say. She was speaking with the ocean for hours and laughing with it and moved through all these layers of her shadow very quick. It was wonderful to be with her. And as I studied her, she studied me. And the studying was different. I'm very fast. I've seen many things. So I share with her all those wisdoms and experiences. And as I do, I hear myself share of my experience. And it brings me this amazing beauty and softness and amazing centering and studying to my own experience when I show her how to settle, how to come to center, how to find ground. And I show myself at the same time. It was wonderful. And she showed me the great, beautiful innocence and gentle nature of all of enlightened mind. Never did anyone give me love in this very beautiful way. And to receive it was so great, so amazing. And what a beautiful blessing to be with such an amazing, phenomenal person. And what a beautiful blessing to not be so attached to non-attachment as to have been able to experience it. As it was hard in the end for the feeling, but deep love was sent from each of us. Deep, deep, beautiful gratitude and honoring and the knowledge that we must part. We read the signs. It was obvious. We knew it. She got in the car to go on the lift, and Do Re Mi from The Sound of Music was playing, which is just so beautiful. Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do, we call her. She calls herself. Before I met her, she named herself that. She introduced me that for reasons different than the song. Because of an old friend of hers that she deeply cared for. I think he might have given her the name. Beautiful, or maybe she just took it upon herself. I could not say. You could ask her if you like. Hopefully she'll see this. Maybe she'll make a video and put it on here. She's amazing, so phenomenal. It was really difficult. I could see all the things in the mind that would cause me to say no, let's stay. But all of the signs were obvious. Our time together was done. She was grown. It even brought us to a place on the beach, on the Hana side, on the mile markers, on the side of the road, on the highway. And it was a bird nest. It was so beautiful. We say, one day she'll have to fly free. The bird must leave the nest. We have so many of these analogies come through, or so many of these teachings come through. I didn't want her to leave, She's like my everything, my little girl, my love of my life. She's the greatest person in all the world to me, the most beautiful woman in all existence. And to see her eyes, her blooming, oh my goodness, the most gorgeous blooming. You want to keep it forever. You want to hold on to her and say, stay with me, please. You're the greatest person I ever met. Don't ever leave. But she has to go, and I have to go, or I have to grow. We have to do our thing. We have to do different things now. I'd love to go with her. I wanted to try to, still had thoughts, just even maybe even this morning, maybe I should go. You know, she's so amazing. Maybe she feels the same thing, but that's part of the work too. And then I go through the, well, don't message her, don't say hello to her, do it, or oh, what's this, what's that, and you just gotta let her go too, but also, you know, no reason to attach oneself to non-attachment either. So I like it to play itself through, So if I feel to say something, I say something, you know. It's funny that you finally get to a point you're like, oh no, if I touch this person more, it might not help them grow, it might help them attach to me. They need to work on their non-attachment, perhaps, different levels of realization. So you're like, oh, don't text them, What a funny thing for a teacher, when somebody leaves. Uh, usually, well, you don't have no cell phone. You can be like, and don't forget to wash your clothes because it's important to be clean or something. What do you tell somebody? And also, I didn't like it when you did this. You maybe could do this. Okay, goodbye. Also, this. What would a teacher say? I didn't say any of those things. Just great gratitude. Great gratitude. Great love and gratitude. Great tears and pain and expression. I could have withheld that expression. I could have kept it inside of myself. And because I'm so far along my journey, I know what that would do to me. I know that would leave a piece of me inside of myself, stagnated, suppressed, waiting to come. So I like to express in fullness everything. So to go through the funny thing of, no, you don't want to hurt, no control is what you do. It's very simple, it's very natural. What do you feel like doing right now? Oh, you're the great teacher now. Oh, there's a form. Let that go. What do you feel like doing right now? Oh, I feel like texting her and telling her that I love her, and sending this picture of her on the ledge over there, where she had her deep ceremony and she was with the ocean for a whole night, and she showed me she could stand on her own and united with her teacher with all of consciousness, her heart, The moon, the ocean, bringing orgasmic waves, frequencies, rippling is calling her, saying, we got you, we got you, we got you. 967, we come to view all kinds of amazing, phenomenal, amazing understandings, and she stood sturdy through it. She taught herself through it. She expressed herself through it, and she comes strong. And she's able to be funny and everything she is. She was not these things. She always been amazing. Everybody always been amazing. She just found a way to allow herself to settle the fights in her mind and allow herself to come through without attack or defense. And she's still learning. Everybody, perspective, experience, gain. Quick though it can be. Quick, quick, quick. Depends how long you have time to be present with yourself, and also how long you just have time to relax into the moment, feel, and see. What do I truly want to do right now? Well, I know what I usually habitually do. I go to the store in the morning. I do this thing over here. I do this thing over there, and I do these things, and they're good things. They're fun. I like to do them. Sometimes see people. Sometimes I don't see people. I've been doing it a long time. This. But how about this? If you had the love of your life with you, where would you take her? Where would you take him? Where would you take them? Where would you take this person? You know? Can you take yourself somewhere beautiful like this? Just you. Not not saying you couldn't bring somebody to it. You absolutely. Whatever you wish to do most. You know, if you wish to bring your best friend with you, then great. But your best friend may not be able to go. You know, it would be much more wonderful for you eventually if you could be able to do these things on your own. It could be very difficult. And for Remy Fasolatido, that's the thing, is she could stand with me forever. I could hold her up. Sorry. I looked at the camera like I was forcing, almost bit myself there. So let me relax. I could be with her forever, you know. But she has to grow. And she has to be on her own, She has to learn. And so do I. So do I. Every day is learning. And it just depends how much time I have to dedicate myself to it. And all of life is learning. So you don't have to just be here with yourself, but you could be with yourself with everything that you're doing. Everything that you're doing. And it's funny too, because it seems like a training I'm putting out. But no, 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 no. It's much easier than a training. Uh, it's more like a full extension in a sense. But not even. It's much more effortless than something you have to control or try for. It's something that the body is already attention to, and it's the moment. It's shaped like it. Fits in it perfectly, non-separate. Amazing. Consciousness. No force here. Watching. Much more easy. When you see that you've applied force, it may wish for you to back away. You're like, oh no, I'll never do again. It's actually just relax. Allow yourself to be. It's kind of easy. Kind of simple. We all must grow. Grow together, grow on our own. I wish she could stay with me forever. I do. She is amazing. She's the greatest girl in all the world. She has to grow. And she has grown so strong. She's already strong enough to stand on her own. She already understands limitless consciousness. She could be doing greater things to me even quicker, you know. Less of the contrast to give me the in a certain way. Powerful energy they'll come into. That's why a lot of thought for me about these videos. So, sharing of these data. I trust that, you know, whoever sees is who's meant to see. I feel like I'm brought, you know, by all of life to do anything that I'm doing. If I just lean in this way, there we go. You know, that's the way to go. Sometimes actually, I've found that I can force myself in a certain way when I'm not all the way with me. And I've finally found the patience to be able to back up and return myself to fluidity, connecting all of the body together very simply. Very simply. Resting on the teachings of unconditional love for all beings everywhere without one exception. Mirroring that of the Buddha Dharma, the wisdom of the Tao. Very beautiful teachings, very simple. It's so simple. And it can be difficult to see ourselves and our attacks and defenses, the bindings of our consciousnesses. I like to work with people one-on-one, I guess. But I also don't like to work with anything. We come together, we'll be in symbiosis, in equanimity with what is beneficial for our growth. And that's what was like for myself and Rainy Faso Latido. She was there for me and I her. And us for one another in a big way. I needed someone who could listen, but who could really receive it, you know, really receive the Dharma. And everybody can receive to their level. But she could really receive all the way she could. Enlightenment, all she wished for the benefit of all beings everywhere without one exception, care about so many things she couldn't express because she didn't want to hurt nothing. And sometimes she did, or felt like it. She was watching the story of attack and defense, the bouncing back and forth between consciousness until it settles into its center. This could happen any moment, right now. Settle in. Muji Baba seems to try to lead you to this place. I find it's a little more easier. You use your body, you know, kind of relax and let go. See, it's like, oh, it's amazing. How powerful is this energy expression? So I say this. For great grounding root frequencies have been brought to me to allow me to understand the centering of this. It's just awareness. It's just a sharing of awareness. And so if I wish to continue sharing the awareness, I'll do so in a really good way this time. This last time we did perfect, absolutely beautiful, exactly right. Very beautiful. Some missed channels and fullness and this, that, and the other, but that was important for me. As it's important for me to do this in a very good way, that there be no way to mislead somebody. They just see one of the fragmented videos. Luckily for us, we always surrender the flow. And by surrender the flow, I mean we be ourselves fully, honestly. It's very simple. When you're surrendered, you're like watching very emergency, like where do I go, what's happening? But in some way, you're surrendered. You are the moment unfolding. And there's all kinds of reasons why the moment cannot unfold for you in a certain way. Rigidities. Open two people's flow. Actually, no. This boy was with me, and his flow was open. We helped share teachings. So maybe it is. Maybe it is this light language and all of this many months ago. And he's still waiting to open himself in certain ways. But it could happen right now. There would be no reason for training. Makes me feel sad. Training is very difficult. It tells you that you are not where you are. But you see, everybody right now is limitless consciousness, enlightened mind already. You are already the Buddha. And so realization is all that is necessary. And there's a process that can help you realize in a way of great grace and balance within oneself. And that process happens here unfolding from life, absolutely. I've been brought through the process, so I like to share the teachings. I like to share the teachings in a very good way. I was not recognizing and honoring myself in a certain manner, so I was not honoring the words in which come from me. I was transmitting them as just a middleman, but I'm away sure. And I wrote these teachings in a really beautiful way. And so I see others pass on the teachings with no root. And I think to myself, oh, that could be very dangerous for consciousness. And so I wish to do my best to not mislead anybody. Come into this awareness and not focus. And still it is quite easy. Really quite simple. And so why is it hard to relax? Why is it hard to come into the present moment now and stay here now? And you may think that means like, hey, this is your position in life, never move again. No, it's just really just present with yourself very naturally. Very easy, just very... You see there, I had rigidity in my head while I did this. Did you see the head move? Not very much yet. Watching the body. And so, little pain here, because the spine moves with all the body in a really amazing way. Now, rising this energy can be dangerous. I've been rising energy for years. Dangerous for a consciousness that provides itself with stagnation, that has fight possibility within it. If fight happens with this practice, it will create a backlash of energy. And so it's a very beautiful reflection on how consciousness itself is working. And consciousness itself is not working this way in a judgmental manner. It is yourself. And so when you bounce in energy into yourself, you bounce in energy back into yourself. And the manner in which you do this matters on the manner in which it comes back and catches an equal opposite response. And so we can find how this is happening in all of our life in so many ways. Even here now, as I speak, as I sit so rigid, I wondered how I would talk on here. I wasn't sure how I could move my body still the way I was doing it. Obviously, it's simple. It's the most simple. You see, it's crazy because you want to make it happen. And also, because you want to keep it steady, then you choose the way it happens. You're like, oh, I cannot trust this. And then you want to stop it because you're like, oh, it's too difficult. And you can actually stop. It's very easy. Being present with yourself is all. And so for this practice, it takes practice. It takes being of yourself constant. If ever you should start to have problem after opening such high energy practice within yourself, without really realizing the grounding understandings that can help you leave attacks and defenses that would cause you such rigidity and force as to be hit by your own control and manipulation of yourself, your reality, which is yourself. So this is why meditation brings us very easily here now to the center of our present moment, so that we can settle. Now we're a limitless, amazing, powerful consciousness. As we bring our tendrils and talons and grasping away from all the things in the world, it becomes free in motion. And also, so do we. It's like, oh wow. You can see now this, even when I grab onto the camera, it creates a rigidity in my entire body, which is not bad. It's okay. But then I would need to allow my whole body to be moving very fluid under, which is that grab. And you see, right now I come into a more grounded center posture just by being right here in this little space. Trusting. Seeing that, oh, I'm good. No problem. Oh, it's all like mine. No problem. Oh, that guy's coming. Oh, no, 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 no. He's the Buddha. Oh, good. Okay. Whew. That might be something else. Very scary. Forced a little